Hello everybody, Soren here. Time for a bit of crazy classic gameplay. I'm actually streaming this from my Xbox One, so a little different setup, but not by much. God, seeing this video at this resolution, it's definitely grainy. Still love the Falcon though, or the Eagle. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Not familiar with the birds over there. But going back to the beginning of Assassin's Creed. Thing is, with some effort, I should be able to capture bloodlines. I'll be doing an emulator, even though I own a copy. I just don't have the means to capture it otherwise, so that'll end up being emulated, but it'll be played legitimately in that sense. That was the PSP sequel to Assassin's Creed. Actually, a little bit of content that linked into the PS3 version of Assassin's Creed 2. No, we don't have. The Vita won't let us transmit to the TV. And we no longer have the PSP that can hook to the TV. That's fine. Having to explain to Crimson why we gotta do it a little harder. It's alright though. And actually, it's not that hard. It'll be pretty easy to do. For goodness sake, I could run it off the phone and emulate it that way if I had to. Well, that's reassuring. It's not counting my PC gamepad as a functional gamepad for this. Good thing is, this one will. I'm close enough to the console to run it this way. So it really doesn't matter. This will be a new game. My only concern, and I'll be watching for the possibility of drop frames, is I have not checked in a couple days on the Xbox for updates. And if it starts trying to update something in the background, I might have to stop it long enough to do that. Oh, I forgot this creepy shit.
I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much grief, and in increased knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Boy.
Got a problem. I can't anchor him to the memory. Too much psychological trauma. He's rejecting the treatment, retreating.
Desmond, I need you to try and relax.
Let me try and stabilize him.
Focus. Listen to the sound of my voice. Recognize that what you're seeing isn't real. Just a picture of the past. It can't hurt you.
Damn it. It's not working.
Give it a moment, Miss Stillman. He'll adjust. The first time is never easy.
I forgot how crazy the prologue was.
We're losing him.
That's enough, Miss Stillman.
We need to pull him out. Now.
All right, Desmond. We're going to try and bring you out now.
I do appreciate the autosave, but on the other hand, autosave can be a pain in the butt too.
I told you he'd be fine.
Bastards!
Now, I just saved your life.
Saved my life? You kidnapped me. You strapped me into that thing.
Animus. It's an animus.
I don't even know you people. Why are you doing this to me?
You have information we need, Mr. Miles.
Information? I'm a bartender, for Christ's sakes. What do you want me to do? Teach you how to mix a martini?
We know who you are, what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play coy with me. There
You
is
could tell he was lying.
You're an assassin. And whether you realize it or not, you've got something that my employers want. Locked away in that head of yours.
But I'm not an assassin. Not anymore.
Yes, your file indicated as much. Something about an escape. Most fortunate for us.
What do you want from me?
For you to do as you're told. The Animus will allow us to locate what we need. Once we have it, you'll be free to go.
I am not going back in there.
Then we'll induce a coma and continue our work. When we're done, you'll be left to die. Truth be told, the only reason you're still conscious is because this approach saves us time.
You're insane.
Yep.
So what is it, Mr. Miles? Live or die? Lie down.
For one thing, this thing would be
wise
fucking
decision.
uncomfortable.
Whoa. Where am I?
You're inside the Animus.
Which is...
It's a projector that renders genetic memories in 3 dimensions.
genetic memory.
Seems you'll need a bit of a tutorial. Very well. We'll start simple. What is a memory, Mr. Miles?
It's the recollection of a past event.
Specific to the individual remembering the event.
Yeah, sure.
What if I told you that the human body not only housed an individual's memory, but the memories of his ancestors as well? Genetic memory, if you will. Migration, hibernation, reproduction. How do animals know when and where to go? What to do?
That's just animal instinct.
Now you're arguing semantics, Mr. Miles. Whatever you call it, the fact remains. These creatures hold knowledge absent the requisite first-hand experience. I've spent the past 30 years trying to understand why. I discovered something most fascinating. Our DNA functions as an archive. It contains not only genetic instructions passed down from previous generations, but memories as well. The memories of our ancestors.
And the Animus lets you decode and read these DNA files.
Precisely.
But there's a problem. This is the specific memory we're trying to access. Unfortunately, when we try and open the memory, your mind withdraws. You lack the confidence to step into your ancestor's body. That's what happened earlier. You got knocked out of the target memory and pushed back to a more stable state.
Why?
It's your subconscious. It's resisting. We've found similar reactions among patients who undergo hypnosis to relive traumatic events. They can't jump directly into the specific memory. They need to be eased in. Even then, there can be problems.
So how do we fix it?
We find a memory you can synchronize with, and we move forward from there. You'll get used to it. This is the closest we can get, so it's where we'll have to start. I'm uploading the tutorial program now.
That's really gonna help. Honestly, for its age, this game still looks amazing.
Warning. Data stream unstable. Attempting to restore synchronization. Hello, Subject 17. This tutorial has been prepared in order to better acclimate you to the Animus's control system. Instructions will follow shortly. The synchronization bar represents how in sync you are with your ancestors' memories. If you ever fall completely
Excuse
out of
me.
sync, the
Sorry for
Animus will
sneezing.
restore you to your last synchronized position. You are currently dangerously close to desynchronization. Please follow all forthcoming instructions in order to restore system stability.
Yeah.
The Animus utilizes a puppeteering concept to control the actions of your ancestor. I'm loading subroutines to validate your body's adaptation to the Animus. We will begin by exploring the default actions of each input.
This is the tedious stuff that sucks.
While standing still, use the head button to observe your environment. Good. Now use your empty hand to walk through these jar carriers without causing them to drop what they're holding. Proceed
Nice
to the
part is you
marker
can
to
just
continue
hold
the
it.
synchronization process.
The hard part is, for the era, it's hard to say what would have been carried in those jars if it was real.
Well done.
There was a lot of stuff it could have been. And that includes their dinner,
The
technically.
Animus differentiates between two fundamental actions: low profile and high profile. Low profile actions are socially acceptable. High profile actions are more action oriented. Hold the high profile button to see how your heads-up display changes the context of the puppeteering inputs. Excellent.
Most of it's not bad. It's still pretty intuitive after all these years, luckily.
We will continue your synchronization process by testing some high-profile actions. Grab and throw this individual onto the marker by using the empty hand button in high profile. Good. Using your legs button in high profile will allow you to sprint. Sprinting is useful to escape from soldiers or to get closer to a fleeing target. However, be careful not to bump into anyone, for you can lose your balance and tumble to the ground. While sprinting, reach the marker before this man does. Well done.
Again, the tedious stuff, but gotta get through it.
The Animus will also provide other important information. The social status icon gives you information on your social status. The different states will be explained in context soon. This icon appears when a soldier is looking at you. The yellow color means the soldier is either unaware or suspicious of who you are. To illustrate the change in awareness level, you will stealth assassinate this soldier. First, lock onto your target. Now, select your hidden blade. With your blade selected, walk up to the soldier and assassinate him by using your armed hand button.
God, I'm seeing how buggy some of it was for some of the texturing inside the hood now.
The dead body has alerted the soldier and changed his awareness to informed, as represented by the red witness indicator. Aggressive actions or socially unacceptable behavior undertaken at this time will likely provoke an armed response. Provoke this soldier.
Kill it! Kill the
Notice how the
assassin!
social status icon has changed to exposed. Use the ladder and try to break the line of sight.
Come back! Coward!
Excellent. The line of sight has been broken. Now run into the roof garden to hide from the soldier. Good. Your social status indicates that you are hidden, but the soldier is still looking for you. Wait until your social status changes again.
This is pointless.
Well done. The soldier has lost your track. You are now anonymous, and you can exit the hide spot.
I
Excellent.
prefer how it was taught in 2, but I wanted to start at the beginning of the franchise.
Being anonymous will fill your synchronization bar and make your job as an assassin easier. There are different places which you can use to hide. However, you must always break the line of sight first, and then use a hide spot to vanish.
I understand how you can kind of blend into the scholars, but you'd think they'd notice by the time you're towards endgame all the weapons on you at all times. But what do I know?
Let us continue with a demonstration of Blend. Blend can be activated with the passive use of your legs. You can mimic a scholar and pass near soldiers without arousing suspicion. Use this to reach the marker behind the soldiers.
Yeah, it won't let me walk that far. Okay. So I gotta walk between them and not bump them. Because the game is that big of a dick in the prologue. In the
Good.
tutorial.
Now that you are fully synced, a new ability is available to you. Referred to as Eagle Vision, this sixth sense helped your ancestor understand the intentions of people around him. Well done.
Yep.
Remember, Eagle Vision will only be available once you are fully synced. Please note that following the Assassin's Creed, your ancestors' way of life will assist you with staying in sync. The Creed consists of 3 tenets. First, never hurt an innocent person. Second, always be discreet. Third, do not compromise the clan. Should you lose sync, you can restore synchronization by reliving key moments of your ancestor's life, or by respecting the Creed.
Which eventually
You have
actually gets
successfully
hard.
completed the tutorial. The most stable memory block will now be loaded.
Yeah. But this is where it gets really difficult, though, because, well, honestly, by endgame, it's almost impossible to follow the Creed. Because everything's going so insane.
Wait! There must be another way. This one need not die.
An excellent kill. Fortune favors your blade.
Not fortune, skill. Watch a while longer and you might learn something.
Indeed. He'll teach you how to disregard everything the Masters taught us.
And how would you have done it?
I would not have drawn attention to us. I would not have taken the life of an innocent. What I would have done is follow the Creed.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Understand these words. It matters not how we complete our task, only that it's done.
But this is not the way of...
My way is better.
I will scout ahead. Try not to dishonor us further.
What is our mission? My brother would say nothing to me. Only that I should be honored to have been invited.
The Master believes the Templars have found something beneath the Temple Mount.
Treasure?
I do not know. All that matters is the Master considers it important. Else he would not have asked me to retrieve it.
Yeah. And this is where it starts getting wild. I'd rather the low profile, but
There! That must be the Ark.
The Ark of the Covenant?
Don't be silly. There's no such thing. It's just a story.
Then what is it?
Quiet! Someone's coming.
I want us through
I'll
this
admit
gate
I am
before
triggering
sunrise.
these other views.
Sooner we possess it,
But it's not
sooner
obvious
we
early on
turn
you
our
can do
attention
that.
To those jackals at Masyaf.
Robert de Sable. His life is mine.
No. We were asked to retrieve the treasure and deal with Robert only if necessary.
He stands between us and it. I'd say it's necessary.
Discretion,
You
Altair!
mean cowardice. That man is our greatest enemy, and here we have a chance to be rid of him.
You have already broken 2 tenets of our creed. Now you would break the 3rd. Do not compromise the Brotherhood.
I am your superior, in both title and ability. You should know better than to question me.
Yeah. And to be honest, their voice would have really carried from up there, too. In any argument.
Hold, Templars! You are not the only ones with business here.
Well, this explains my missing man. And what is it you want?
Blood.
You know not the things in which you meddle, assassin. I spare you only that you may return to your master and deliver a message. The Holy Land is lost to him and his. He should flee now while he has the chance. Stay, and all of you will die.
Yeah.
Men, to arms! Kill the assassins!
The bad part is there's nothing I can do for them now. There's actually a couple routes I can do doing this. Part of what I like about it is they already made it non-linear in that sense. You can figure out the way you want to do it. It's definitely a lot more obvious on the climbing back in this era and what you could climb. It was before you could climb
Skipping
everything.
part memory to a more recent one.
Altair, you've returned. Raouf, it is good to see you unharmed. I trust your mission was a success.
Is the Master in his tower?
Yes, buried in his books as always. No doubt he expects you.
My thanks, brother.
Safety and peace, Altair.
On you as well.
I'm gonna see if I can turn on the subtitles. It's just a preference thing, but no, I can't. At least not that I'm seeing. It's bad. I really don't remember. I think it's this way to come up, get up here. But I'm not even 100% sure anymore because of how many years it's been. I guess I know I'm slightly off mark. Well, maybe not. But again, this work is difficult. I'll admit it, I'm seeing some graininess. It looks like the capture's looking pretty good though, but part of it's the resolution of the era game. Because I don't think this game would run past 720p either way. And I'm playing it on a 4K monitor. So I expect to see some resolution loss.
Ah, he returns at last.
Abbas.
Where are the others? Did you ride ahead hoping to be the first one back? I know you are loath to share the glory. Silence is just another form of assent.
Have you nothing better to do?
I bring word from the Master. He waits for you in the library. Best hurry. No doubt you're eager to put your tongue to his boot.
Another word and I'll put my blade to your throat.
There'll be plenty of time for that later, brother.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the love to Altair at this point. Or lack thereof.
It is an honor.
The Master waits within.
Altair,
Master.
come forward. Tell me of your mission. I trust you have recovered the Templar's treasure.
There was some trouble, Master. Robert de Sable was not alone.
When does our work ever go as expected? It's our ability to adapt that makes us who we are.
This time it was not enough.
What do you mean?
I have failed you.
The treasure?
Lost to us.
And Robert?
Escaped.
I send you, my best man, to complete a mission more important than any that has come before. And you return to me with nothing but apologies and excuses.
I did.
Do not speak! Not another word! This is not what I expected. We'll need to mount another force.
I swear to you I'll find him. I'll go in.
No! You'll do nothing. You've done enough. Where are Malik and Kadar?
Dead.
No! Not dead.
Malik?
I still live at least.
And your brother?
Gone. Because of you!
Robert threw me from the roof. There was no way back. Nothing I could do.
Because you would not heed my warning! All of this could have been avoided! And my brother would still be alive! Your arrogance nearly cost us victory today.
Nearly?
I've what your favorite failed to find. Here, take it. Though it seems I've returned with more than just their treasure.
Master, we are under attack. Robert de Sable lays siege to Masyaf's village.
So he seeks a battle. Very well. I'll not deny him. Go. Inform the others. The fortress must be prepared. As for you, Altair, our discussion will have to wait. You must make for the village. Destroy these invaders. Drive them from our home.
It will be done.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Trying to remember if it's gonna let me choose a weapon.
Altair, it's good you've come. We need your help.
What's happened?
Templars. They attacked the village. Most of our people were able to get away. Most, but not all.
What do you need me to do?
Distract the Templars. Keep them occupied while I rescue those still trapped inside.
As you wish.
That I find somewhat reasonable. Okay, right is what I was wanting anyway. Honestly, the sword fighting in this era was pretty basic. You will, huh? You could trick me on that. But I did the cutting. I forgot they could actually ambush you in this one with some of this. But again, having to defend the people because of my arrogance. Well, Altair's arrogance, I guess. Because it's not actions I would have chose that he would have done in gameplay.
Break off the attack and return to Masyaf! Al-Mualim commands it!
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
He better not cause any trouble.
Altair, come. Al-Mualim's not done with us yet.
Where are we going?
Up there. We've a surprise plan for our guests. Just do as I do. It should become clear soon enough.
Yeah, well.
Stand on that platform, Altair.
Heretic! Return what you have stolen from me!
You've no claim to it, Robert. Take yourself from here before I'm forced to thin your ranks further.
You play a dangerous game!
I assure you, this is no game.
So be it! Bring forth the hostage! Your village lays in ruins, and your stores are hardly endless. How long before your fortress crumbles from within? How disciplined will your men remain when the wells run dry and their food is gone?
My men do not fear death, Robert. They welcome it, and the rewards it brings.
Good. Then they shall have it all around.
Follow me, and do so without hesitation.
Show this fool knight what it is to have no fear. Go to God!
Oh, my leg! Oh, my leg!
Quiet, or the Templars will hear us.
So I have a secondary task now.
I'll stay behind in Tenbury. You'll have to go ahead without us. The ropes there will bring you to a trap we've set. Go and release it. Rain death upon our enemies.
I love they say that it's easy to do this in low profile. I've never had a problem doing these. Ah, shit. And the problem with playing the old controls after all these years.
Oh, my leg! Oh, my leg!
Quiet, or the Templars will hear us. I'll stay behind in Tenbury. You'll have to go ahead without us. The ropes there will bring you to a trap we've set. Go and release it. Rain death upon our enemies.
I do like the fact I have some minor control of the angling with all that, but not much. I'll be honest, you'd think they would have known somebody climbing the side, but not necessarily, not in realism.
To a more recent one.
You did well to drive Robert from here. His force is broken. It shall be a long while before he troubles us again. Tell me, do you know why it is you are successful? You listened. Were it that you'd listened in Solomon's temple, Altair, all of this would have been avoided.
I did as I was asked.
No, you did as you pleased. Malachus told me of the arrogance you displayed, your disregard for our ways.
What are you doing?
There are rules. We are nothing if we do not abide by the Assassin's Creed. 3 simple tenets, which you seem to forget. I will remind you. First and foremost, stay your blade.
From the flesh of an innocent. I know.
And stay your tongue, unless I give you leave to use it. If you are so familiar with this tenet, then why did you kill the old man inside the temple? He was innocent. He did not need to die. Your insolence knows no bounds. Make humble your heart, child, or I swear I'll tear it from you with my own hands. The second tenet is that which gives us strength. Hide in plain sight. Let the people mask you such that you become one with the crowd. Do you remember? Because as I hear it, you chose to expose yourself, drawing attention before you'd struck. The third and final tenet. The worst of all your betrayals. Never compromise the Brotherhood. Its meaning should be obvious. Your actions must never bring harm upon us, direct or indirect. Yet your selfish act beneath Jerusalem placed us all in danger. Worse still, you brought the enemy to our home. Every man we've lost today was lost because of you. I am sorry. Truly I am. But I cannot abide a traitor.
I am not a traitor.
Your actions indicate otherwise. And so you leave me no choice. Peace
Because
be
first
upon
time
you,
playing this, I
Altair.
thought I managed to get a bad path early on by not noticing something with that scene.
He's experiencing a far better adoption rate than the other subjects.
I'm still pulling him out. He's been in there way too long.
No, not yet. We're still so far from where we need to be.
We shouldn't risk it.
What's another hour or two?
Why don't we discuss this in the conference room? Give Desmond a minute to stretch his legs.
I really don't see the need.
Warren, please.
Fine.
At least she cares about your well-being. Because he doesn't care if you're paralyzed in that animus, basically. Well, she wants to make sure you're at least fairly healthy.
Man, I can't even change my clothes.
Questioning my authority in front of the prisoner. There's a word for that. I believe it's called insubordination.
And I don't appreciate you trying to kill him. There's a word for that, too. I believe it's called stupid.
Lucy, this isn't my decision. I don't set the deadlines. But I'm smart enough not to challenge them. Do you want to wind up like Layla?
I know the accident has everyone on edge.
Which is why there's no time to coddle him.
If you push him too hard, he'll shut down. And then we'll have nothing.
We have nothing now.
But we will. You just need to have a little faith.
Fine. But I want you thinking of ways to improve his staying power. We can't afford to stop every time the man breaks a sweat. It's bad enough we have to traipse through all of these useless memories.
I'll do what I can.
Such reassurances, isn't it? James Brennan here.
We're done for today, Mr. Miles. I suggest you return to your room and get some rest.
Mm-hmm. We don't want to talk about the EMF in this place.
Damn it, they locked the door.
Yep, not much I can do today against it.
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
We're always watching you. Now get up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, wonder who I get to kill today.
Don't be so cavalier. Your ancestors almost had the right idea, Mr. Miles. If the deaths of a few people, evil people, no less, could save the lives of thousands more, well, it seems a small sacrifice.
What do you mean, almost?
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired analogy, corruption is no different than cancer. Cut out the tumors, but fail to treat the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true change to be had without comprehensive, systemic intervention.
Chemo for the masses.
Education, re-education, to be more precise. But it's not easy, and it doesn't always take.
Let me guess. You've got a better solution. What is it then?
Now that would be telling.
Yeah, load use memory.
Use the scholars you have rescued to pass unnoticed into guarded areas.
Which is a big hint, which I didn't pay attention to the first time playing it.
Alive. But I saw you stab me. Felt death's embrace.
You saw what I wanted you to see. And then you slept the sleep of the dead. Of the womb. That you might awake and be reborn.
To what end?
Do you remember, Altair, what it is the assassin fight for?
Peace. In all things.
Yes, in all things. It is not enough to end the violence one man commits upon another. It refers to peace within as well. You cannot have one without the other.
So it is said.
So it is! But you, my son, have not found inner peace. Manifests in ugly ways. You are arrogant and overconfident.
Were you not the one to say that nothing is true and everything is permitted?
You do not understand the true meaning of the phrase, my child. It does not grant you the freedom to do as you wish. It is a knowledge meant to guide your senses. It expects a wisdom you clearly lack.
Then what is to become of me?
I should kill you for the pain you've brought upon us. Malik thinks it only fair. Your life in exchange for his brother's. But this would be a waste of my time and your talents. You will see you have been stripped of your possessions. Your rank as well. You are a novice. A child once more. As you were on the day you first joined our order. I am offering you a chance at redemption. You'll earn your way back into the Brotherhood.
I assume you've something planned.
First, you must prove to me you remember how to be an assassin.
So you'd have me take a life?
No. Not yet, at least. For now, you're to become a student once again.
There is no need for this.
Others tracked your targets for you, but no more. From today on, you will track them yourself.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
Then tell me what it is that I must do.
We have been betrayed. Someone was assisting Robert de Sable, one of our own. You must find him and bring him here for questioning.
What can you tell me of the traitor?
Ah, but that's just it. I've given you all I will. The rest is up to you.
Yep. This is where it really gets complicated. Yeah, I don't even have him Blade right now. Yeah, we're showing ability lost, ability lost. It's one of these, it is a dick move because they made you a badass at the start of the game and then make you into nothing.
Safety and peace, Altair.
You're in my way.
Yes, Al-Mualim has asked that I assist you. Remind you how it is we hunt our prey.
I know how it works.
Be that as it may, I have no desire to disobey.
Then be quick.
The Assassin have many tools at their disposal.
Yes, yes. We can eavesdrop, we can pickpocket, or we can use violence to intimidate.
Good, you remember.
So you'd have me walk amongst the others and learn what I can about the traitor?
Yes. Begin by going to the village market. That's where we first spotted the traitor.
You know who it is?
Perhaps.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works. Now go. And remember, begin your search in the village market.
Yeah. You can definitely tell their opinion of you at this point. I love the fact that when you let go of the sprint, it actually takes a moment to stop the jog. Even in this early title, they actually took a lot of little effort there. Doesn't sound like much, but it goes a long way. I was going to say, I don't even have Eagle Vision right now, thinking about it. Okay, so down there. Or by bench. Well, I didn't expect to find one of those this early. I don't plan to try to get all the flags in this game, I will say that now. It's just too damn tedious to do so.
I know what I saw. Masoon opened the gate. He let the Templars in.
Then you must tell Al-Mualim.
I can't. Masoon did not act alone. Someone inside the fortress helped him.
What makes you say this?
He exchanges letters with someone inside. The basket weaver carries them for him.
That's no reason to stay silent.
Ah, but the weaver delivered him a letter just before the attack. I suspect it held the order to open the gate.
Then speak to the weaver. He can name Masoon's accomplice.
He's disappeared. Hiding for fear of being dragged into this.
Probably inside one of his own baskets.
It's not my most hated tutorial I've seen in a game. It's just a little awkward. Because you are in a very fixed path at this point. Honestly, this game compared to a lot of the later, well, honestly, any of the later ones is very linear.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this about the letter?
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you wish.
Mm-hmm. I'm soon near the Cypress tree. I'll turn off the lock so I can actually control stuff a little better. Excuse me.
Hear the things you say. A traitor? I'm not a traitor. It's Al-Mualim who's betrayed us. Today's attack was but the first. And more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies.
The sad part is, I will spoil a little bit to how old this title is. He was right. Al-Mualim did betray the order. So in that sake of argument, this will work.
Is it a fight you want? Enough! I yield! I yield!
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We serve the Templars. You should too. Their cause is just.
We?
Jamal. He told me of their plans. Asked me to open the gate.
You betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
I did what I believed was right. And if you must kill me for it, so be it. I am not afraid to die.
Your fate is not for me to decide. It's Al-Mualim who will judge.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Yep.
You stand accused of betraying our Brotherhood and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to these charges?
I deny nothing. I'm proud of what I did. My only regret is that they failed.
I offer you a chance to repent, to renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die. You did well, Altair, and have earned the right to carry a blade once more.
What will become of the one who helped him?
It remains to be seen. Some do ill out of ignorance or fear. These men can be saved. Others suffer from corrupted wills, their minds poisoned and twisted. These men must be destroyed. Soon enough, we'll know what sort of man Jamal is.
I've passed your test then. What now?
Oh, my child. We've only just begun. I hold here a list. 9 names adorn it. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers, war makers. Their power and influence corrupts the land and ensures the Crusades continue. You will find them. Kill them. In doing so, you'll sow the seeds of peace, both for the region and for yourself. In this way, you might be redeemed.
9 lives in exchange for mine.
A most generous offer, I think. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
Very well. Ride for Damas. Seek out the black market merchant named Tamir. Let him be the first to fall. Be sure to visit the city's assassin bureau when you arrive. I'll dispatch a bird to inform the Rafik of your arrival. Speak with him. You'll find he has much to offer.
if you believe it best.
I do. Besides, you cannot begin your mission without his consent.
What nonsense is this? I don't need his permission. It's a waste of time.
It's the price you pay for the mistakes you've made. You answer not only to me, but all the Brotherhood as well now.
So be it.
Take your equipment and go. Prove that you are not yet lost to us.
So I've got the Hidden Blade back, and I've got a sword at least. I love he always had the lip scar, but they never explained how Desmond got it.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
It also gives you a tutorial on sword fighting, so.
Perfect. The work of a master. You must be busy. I understand. You must be busy. I understand. Don't toss your weapons around so carelessly. You won't often get a second chance to strike. It takes time to draw another blade. Ensure your first attack is also your last.
That is generally true in a sword fight, is you do want to make sure your blows go quickly. God, it's been so long since I've played this game. It still surprises me when I think about it that the original Assassin's Creed actually had the horses. And they actually had a good variety of looks for the horses, in truth, for the era. And yes, I do see the plant life spawning in. But that's more of the era of them doing the calling.
Use free running to escape from a fight when exposed. Sprint to lose your enemies, and jump
I will
through
be right
merchants'
back. I need to
lanes
grab
avoid the
some heartburn stuff. I'm having a bad hit today. Sorry about that. But again, I'm just having some heartburn and trying to stop myself from having that much trouble. At least if I can help it. And again, when this is not a remaster, this is actually how the game looked back in 07. Yeah, the original Assassin's Creed was 07. So like I said, looking at I know it was early PlayStation 3. You just want to see?
Holy shit.
You can see the lower resolution with the console.
Yeah, but
it still looks good. 07.
I would have put that like 12 at the latest. Because what started coming out movies around 12.
I'll do a quick double check if I'm remembering wrong.
I don't feel right.
I looked last night, but no, that's showing the
search release.
Yeah. November 13th, 07. I did remember right. But again, I love some of the horses they had done back then for it.
I'm calling that Sharpie.
I don't know if I can even get to all these markers right now. But again, it's the game, you can see some of the age, but it's not terrible. It hasn't been active, so it's not a problem. Oops. That was my fault for being careless. Shit. Well, that's the problem. I may not even get to the points I was trying to tag. But that goes into my carelessness, so. It's a bad, I don't remember those signs back in the day. I just know I gotta be careful with them. There. And again, it's the problem about the prologue. And that is another one of those points, I think. Yeah, it is. It's just the map's that shoddy for that era. I'll do that just to get it off here. I'll be glad when that quits doing its auditory, but... And that's the problem about being... Oh, shit. Fine. Luckily, if they attack me, generally speaking, at this point in the game, I can attack them. Thing is, I really got into Assassin's Creed around the release of 2. So a couple years later, I'm not sure exactly when. It was 2009 for 2. They definitely gave you a lot harder thwack landing in 2 than you did 1. Oh, 1 than the others, I should say. Thought right, said wrong. I'm trying to get to Damascus, so... Damascus. I keep saying it wrong because I'm thinking of the metal blend that's called Damascus. It's a beautiful metal. It really is. The way it's done. I also know it's one of the hardest things to do reliably if you're trying to do forging, but exactly, it's yeah, it's layers of metal, and depending how the people do it, depends how many layers, and it's insane. It's gorgeous, but it's insane. Okay, I'm still heading that way. I think I'll be able to get to that viewpoint, which might help me figure out where to go. Oops. Too many damn guards. But thing is, if you think about timing, the first game on the time setting is within like I think 100 years of the events of the movie. Just a different part of the Middle East. Because I don't think in the movie they go to any of the villages or cities that are in this, if I remember right. I might be yeah, but they do name the big cities. We might check that out, just curiosity later. I mean, say, can't stream that. Talk about copyright infringement. The actors involved would be okay, but the studio and distribution won't. And since that was Fox and that's now Disney, if you didn't hear her, no way in hell was her wording. The nice part is after a while, after your first time to each major town in this, you do have the option of fast traveling to the town rather than riding through. I will grab the flags I see for the collectibles, but they are not a massive priority to me. Okay, I see the height point. Well, the Eagle Vision. But honestly, I will get the Medikey Cloak in 2 just to show people what it is good for. People hate that thing. But you gotta pay attention to which town you use it in. Because yes, in the wrong town, every guard will aggro and attack you. Getting all 100 feathers. But if you wear it in towns that are friendly to you, the guards won't touch you. You can rob people blind. You can do damn near anything that doesn't break the synchronization, and you're fine. God, I hate riding past the guards slow, but I know at this point I do not have the stats to fight all of them. Yeah, I'm not running around with 5 legendary weapons. I have every hidden weapon in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Well, so far. I'll get to Valhalla eventually. It's just... I am going to park the horse near the hay pile for when I come down. Let's be honest, that's not a bad tactic. I'll just kill him. I've never seen it happen. You're more likely to be stealing the horses than they are. Because it's not your horse, you're just grabbing whatever horse. So technically you're the horse thief. Oh boy. I'm actually kind of proud of how good I am doing with the controls at this point. Because I expected to be struggling more than I am. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's any guards ahead of me. I don't think so, so I'm going to start riding a little quicker. I am going to do a quick look at the map. It looks like there is one more viewpoint on the way to Damascus, so... Damascus. They leave the U.S. off it, part of it. Is it's the blend of languages between the Middle Eastern and Latin. And depending on context, you cut it from the Latin too when you're vocalizing it. So it makes it a little harder to recall.
As long as you don't turn into Dimitrescu.
No, Dimitrescu is something else entirely.
Love that little town.
I'm sorry to say it, if you ever saw a monk jump off the back end of a horse like that, you'd be attacking him on the spot because you know something's wrong. Sliding off the rump. If they rode frequently enough, yeah, I could see that. Ah, shit. I am not ready to fight him. Sorry, I came across one of the Templars, which is an eliminate for later. I was just being very careful not to be noticed by him, because at this point, he'd probably kill me in 1 or 2 swings. So a little more hesitant. Oh, I killed him, but with the basic combat controls in this game and the lack of good dodges, it'd be a lot harder. I can't evade like I did in Valhalla and all that. Shoot, can't even evade like you do in Mass Effect in that sense. Okay, where the... Great, my horse is wandering. You are not where I left you. I left you with hay, asshole. He was a good ways away from it, actually. There was a building in the way. How's that for a statement? Yeah. You're not wrong. When they think there's danger, it's a totally different situation. I'm sorry, these are Arabian guards. I should not be finding King Richard flags in this area. I'm just saying. No, they're like standing banners. Bannered standards, sort of thing. That should not have been there. If it was one of the other forces for the area, yes, I would accept it. Even if it was the Assassin's banner there, I could accept it a little more. Because at least their fortress was nearby. After playing so many of the later games, it's weird to say Assassin Fortress. Because there really hasn't been one of those, strictly speaking, as a true fortified area since, honestly, 3. Oh, they're more of the villages you're upgrading. And 3's a stretch. Three was the Native American. 4 was Black Flag. And you had the one village you pretty much rebuilt in Black Flag. That's why I don't consider it a fortress. Because there's so much going on beyond that. Honestly, I'm realizing how much influence of the music from Assassin's Creed inspired the stuff for Conan Exiles on the music. Been how many years since I played this title?
You've no reason to be out here, old man.
Please, anyone!
Way hack. That's to the infidels! To the
Thank you, my boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Yep. Sorry, just saying that.
This is an ill omen.
But yep, one of the more fun ways to sneak past the guards at the entrance. Best thing, a lot of this game is patience. And that's good and bad. But again, you look at how I'm in amongst the scholars, you think they'd notice that. Sword on the hip. You think the guards would notice.
Okay, you're in the Middle East?
Yeah. In a group of scholars.
At some point, I'll bring up the historical scholars that ran around with Kopeshes.
Yeah, but that's different again from this. Because it wasn't supposed to be that sort of scholars going on. Except blend, I'm inside. At least it is given a viewpoint to tag. It's just...
What is it? I am at your service.
I am going to do it storyline-wise. I'm going to find the Bureau before I do crazy shit. At this point, the Bureau started in the first game. It wasn't until 2 they started stopping the Bureaus. And they brought that back with the start of the Order in Origins. Mm-hmm. Hmm? Good. Well, told me they were bitching about people going off on them about them being parked there. It's like, no, they have every right to be throwing a fit at you. Well, I'm sure they were, but the fact is, we were in our right at getting them to move. To explain what's going on, we have assholes who will park by the entrance doors and the parking ramp, which go right into the building, apartment building. And our parking spot is across from those doors. If they're parked there, we can't get our vehicle in or out without hitting them or a concrete pillar. And they say we are not going to hit a concrete pillar because of some assholes. Yeah, we tend to be careful with the vehicle too, but we are known for being a bit of a dick on our behavior with some of them. Because we're kind of mean about it.
Make room. We are the troops of the God.
God ain't on your side, dude. Yes, I'm talking about a guard. They were bullying a civilian. So I was saving them.
I hope so. Still,
it's one of these side missions. It's not a must-do, but it gives more like scholars and other things you can blend into.
You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it.
Hey, Light. Hopefully you weren't sitting there too long. I apologize, I just noticed, so...
How did this happen?
Just being a little violent right now.
Anything I can help you with? Anything at all? Look like what you see?
I will get over to that eventually.
Ah, you've come to the right place. There's no better merchant than I. Come, have a look. You won't be disappointed.
Anyone help me?
Dirty thief, I'll have your hands. You something to say?
Yeah, death to the infidel. No offense, definition of infidel, if you're abusing the common folk of your people, abusing it, you are the infidel.
It's good you came along when you did. Another minute and they would have made off with me.
And usually when it's the women, you get the thugs that'll help you kick some ass if somebody's trying to chase you. So still an improvement.
God almighty. What I have to offer.
I'm debating if I want to rig stuff up later to try to capture Assassin's Creed Identity off the phone. That is a standalone. It's an offshoot of the time frame of Assassin's Creed 2 in timeline. Yeah, that might have to be a record. That might be a little harder to do. And that's enough different controls because unfortunately it does not support gamepad. I've checked. It used to, which is stupid. But when they updated stuff, they quit doing it. Because at one point it would run on the NVIDIA Shield. And that basically had an Xbox gamepad. Okay. I'm just glad that the old games were a lot friendlier about the dives into the hay without killing you. On a serious note.
Something needs to be done. It's only a matter of time before someone else discovers it.
Tell him then, it's in his best interest to keep the souk secure.
He won't meet with me. Too busy with this new deal of his.
And the guards?
Tried already. They won't lift a finger unless the order comes from him.
Then what will you do?
I'll go to Albul Nukud.
The Merchant King? He won't see you.
He doesn't have to. I've written him a letter that explains the problem. He can read it and decide for himself. Go pester someone else.
That will cost you your life. You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life.
Did you not see me here?
Yeah, that was a little too easy.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life.
Your presence annoys me. I'll arrest you.
Shit. Didn't mean to hit her though. Damn it. She keeps getting in the path.
I'll get you.
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
Yeah, saving the women gets you the thugs that back you up later. And saving the men give you the scholars. Basically, you're getting their brothers and male family members backing you up. That kind of works. Kind of random, but it works. Ah, well. Almost to that Eco Vision. Nice part is, each time I do one of those, it does save. Come on, get up there. There we go. That part is, I'm not even going to be done with the first cityscape before we have to go for what we need to do today.
king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Salahadin rides to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us, that he may grant us victory.
Stealing my presents? That will cost you your life!
You've something to say? Fires of war consume the land.
Dirty thief, I'll have your head for that!
He's called another meeting. What is it this time? Another warning? Another execution?
No, he has work for us to do.
Which means we won't be paid.
He's abandoned the ways of the Merchant Guild. Does as he pleases now.
He treats us as if we were his servants.
And the guard does nothing to stop him.
Enough! We must go. If we're late, he'll be angry, and we'll suffer for it.
Perhaps one day, someone will have the courage to stand up to him.
Perhaps. But until that day arrives, we should do as told.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
Please, someone do something! Please!
Well, I managed to drop one with the Assassin's Blade first, so.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it.
Honestly, a fair amount of progress either way. I'm looping around the city getting the... They did a lot more of the viewpoints than they did in the later games in the areas.
I have exactly what you need. For today only, I've decided to reduce prices on everything.
What did he do?
Excuse me. I love that when you're climbing up. Why is he doing that? Oh, shit. I just tried to climb it badly.
When you're out of knives, refill your stock by returning.
That was careless of me, so... I will see if I can figure out that waypoint quick, but that climb point, because it feels like it should be obvious, doesn't mean it is.
Yes, come. Let me show you everything I have. It's going to cost trouble.
Okay, I'm seeing the route I should have took to get up there. Basically, I didn't go around far enough to see what I was needing when I had the bad ejection shot I did.
Infidel! You will die here!
Oh, darn. I tried to be clever with the guard up on the tower. Switch into the him blade, and I hit it just a moment too late. I tried. At least that's not a body that's going to be found. At least not for a while. Well, if I keep it, start hitting the right button for the map, but I know I can zoom it in some, but honestly, that's probably the best way to do it in a way. I'll be honest, if it gave like the flags on the map, I'd probably consider trying to collect them all. But for the most part, it's just too much of a pain in the ass. I'm just hearing another one of the...
I'll have your hand for that.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Which is no reason to stand here, Nick.
At least I'm starting to remember the right pace for the sword fighting to end it quicker.
He's just killed someone.
Oops. I won't lie. When they go, that man's a murderer, yeah, the guards are attacking. In a sense, I'm killing them. It's not that I condone that behavior in real life, it's just, in the game, I'm just not as nice as I am in real life. Terrifying is there's another one of those saving somebody's right over here. How do I get down there?
Why are you doing this to me? I've done nothing wrong.
Go away. Don't die for your tears.
Thank you. Thank you.
And again, another woman I happen to save from it. But again, for the era, I'm sorry to say it, women were not treated with respect. I'm not saying that some men are better than that now. They're not. I wish I could say they were.
Over here! You will die here! Ready! You cannot escape!
Yeah, everyone's screaming, you killed guards again. And I'm sorry to say it, they attacked me first.
Could I interest you in some of my wares? My good people, your search has come to an end. I've anything anyone could possibly need.
Trying to find a bench I can sit at with it. The reason I kind of hate some of these missions.
I have everything you'll ever need. I have exactly what you need.
And then I managed to miss the bench a little bit.
Don't do that again, understand?
I'm telling you, it's rats.
No, it's children. I hear them laughing.
Rats or children. Either way, it's bad for business. All that noise!
Someone needs to get up on those beams and clear them out.
I wonder how they're getting up there.
Must be through the central courtyard.
Then we should ask the guard to have a look.
Ah, they're all much too busy polishing the backside of their master.
Well, it tells me their thoughts of their guard. When they're talking about they're too busy polishing the backside of their master. Oh, shit. That didn't climb right. Can I make this work? Maybe, maybe not.
Welcome. I have everything you'll ever need. You seem to know exactly what you want. I like that in a customer.
Okay, almost there. I'm almost to the burrow, but that's the wash because I'm down to like 3 of the points to get cleared, and I'm almost there. Well, I found one of the random flags just by running through, so. I'm hearing another, I'll have your hand for that, so time to intervene a little bit.
You've no reason. Dirty thieves, I'll have your hand for that. Go away.
Might help if I don't hit the wrong buttons while sneezing. Ouch. No, where's I
When
date?
you are exposed, tackle people who are in your way.
My good people, your search has come to an end. I've anything anyone could possibly need. Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that.
اغرب عن وجهي.
Your life is you will not get away from me.
I'm not really being covert with saving these women, but I'm doing the right thing. That's what that comes down to, I guess. If I'm interpreting what this building is properly, I would be a little offended if somebody climbed it in real life. Because if I'm interpreting right, this is a synagogue. I might be interpreting wrong, but it's obviously some sort of temple.
What? Who's done this? Tell me. Anything you like?
Timing of random NPCs. Who done this? Tell me. Anything you like? The stuff you could not pull off if you tried. Well, at least I was streaming it. It's caught. Almost there. Up. Up. I'm personally impressed how well I am doing after playing Valhalla through its entirety not that long ago. Because again, totally different combat system. Okay, there's...
All right, where are you? Oh, there.
I know technically by canon I should be
You dare steal in my presence?
communicate with the
Stop it, please! What have I done wrong? Tell me, please!
Thief! You are filth!
Weha.
Die, infidel! You'll never get away!
Okay, I did not think of that scenario. I can actually grab them while sword fighting and throw them into another one.
This kindness, I swear.
It does make sense, but... Yes, I'm a murderer. Get over it. It's going to be rough for me when I get to Unity, as Anos, that game is about observing you. And I wish I was kidding. I never finished that game pretty much for that reason. Just got too hard too quick. And it was the first game of that sort of difficulty system I played, so...
That will cost you your life! Maybe you
Yeah, I've only found like 2 men I had to help that were sprung scholars. The rest have been the women I've been saving. Of course, part of what I love is some of your stealth you learn in 2 is from the prostitutes. I wish I was kidding. They also teach you how to pickpocket in 2. Which, I'm sorry, is a little more convincing for a woman picking a man's pockets when their tits are half hanging out. Not counting some of the other Italian outfits they were wearing at the time. To be totally honest. Ah, shit. Came around the corner on the Templar. Oh shit, I got lucky. I don't remember if I have to kill all 60 Templars or not to complete the game. But I remember they're a pain in the ass.
Who's done this? Tell me. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours. Kill him! Give up! You know it, you ride like the rat. I found it. He's here. I will capture you.
Shit.
Thousands of lives are lost in its defense.
Come on, get up there. I want to at least finish this viewpoint, so... I'm sorry, I'm just being a little anal about that. Just for personal factor. Okay. Yeah, those over here. There's the gal up here. There's a gal down there, and it looks like that's right under that viewpoint.
I've got better things to do.
Why would he do that?
Okay, I just want to get over here.
Please, you are
Maybe you haven't noticed. Oh, there we go.
And another woman I had to save.
Another minute and they would have made off with me.
And that bothers me a little bit. And I still haven't saved them all. There's still at least 2 more somewhere. But to be honest, I do need to stop. I do have some place I gotta get to. I will say, whoever watches this video, thank you for watching. I don't see any concurrent views on the stream. But if anybody jumps in, thank you for jumping in. But for now, adios. See you next time. Bye-bye.